Welcome to the Vulcan Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony as we recognize the 2025 Hall of Fame class and the recipient of the Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement. We thank you for joining us today to help us celebrate these outstanding athletes, coaches, and graduates. My name is Dr. Karen Herpy, Director of Athletics for California, and it will be my pleasure, along with Matt Kiefer, our Director of Athletic Communication, to host today's Hall of Fame ceremonies. So let's begin by meeting our honorees. First, Aaron Denzio, men's cross country and track and field. One of the most accomplished student athletes in school history, Aaron earned All-American status 7 times over his cross-country and track and field career, plus all PSAC honors a combined 10 times. He became the first ever academic All-American of the Year and was voted PSAC Male Scholar Athlete of the Year in 2015. Hall of Fame inductee, Aaron Denzio. Next is Maria Lopez, women's golf. Maria golfed from 2009 to 2013 and helped the Vulcans capture 3 PSAC championship titles. In addition, her team advanced to the NCAA National Championship in 4 consecutive seasons. Maria was voted the 2009 PSAC Freshman of the Year and later was selected the 2013 PSAC Golfer of the Year. Hall of Fame inductee, Maria Lopez. Next is Mike Lukey, men's soccer. Mike was a dominant forward at California from 2006 to 2009. He earned all PSAC honors 3 times in his career and helped the Vulcans capture the PSAC championship in 2008. He finished second all-time in school history with 125 points and 52 goals, plus was 5th in with 21 career assists. Hall of Fame inductee, Mike Lukey. Next is Carly Work, women's soccer. Carly was a forward midfielder from 2009 to 2012. She became the first standout in program history to be selected a United Soccer Coach's first team All-American after her junior year. In each of her 4 seasons, Carly received all PSAC honors. She ranks among the top 10 all-time in school history with 31 goals and 80 points. Hall of Fame inductee, Carly Work. Cliff Mitchell, men's basketball. Accepting in Cliff's honor today is his nephew, Jeff Mitchell. One of the all-time leading scorers in school history, Cliff was a standout player for California from 1982 to 1986. He ranks 6th all-time in school history with 1,662 points, while averaging over 15 points in 108 career games. Cliff earned all PSAC West first team honors 3 times while helping the Vulcans capture the 1985 PSAC championship. He passed away in 2016 at the age of 52. Hall of Fame inductee, Cliff Mitchell. Next is Mary Lynn Gibbs, women's golf coach. The initial coach in program history, Mary Lynn served as head coach of the women's golf team from 2005 to 2016. She guided the Vulcans to 5 PSAC championships in the span of 7 years and helped the program appear at the NCAA National Championships in 8 consecutive seasons. Mary Lynn was selected the PSAC Coach of the Year 4 times. Hall of Fame inductee, Mary Lynn Gibbs. Next is Chelsea Pryor Burke, our Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement. Named in honor of Michael Duda, an educator who had an avid interest in athletics and served as president of California State Teachers College from 1956 until his death in 1968. This award is presented to a member of the university family for outstanding success in the field of athletics. Burke is currently the Deputy Athletic Director, Chief Operating Officer, and Senior Women Administrator at the University of Delaware. The Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement, Chelsea Pryor Burke. We're going to have our honorees take their seats. So it's such an honor to share this special day with all of you and your family and friends as we honor you for your outstanding accomplishments in the sport and service to our university. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. John Anderson, President of Penn West University, to provide a welcome.
Well, good morning. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you to this year's Vulcan Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Today we honor 8 outstanding individuals who have left an indelible mark on our university's athletic legacy. Their achievements, record-breaking performances, championship victories, and unwavering dedication have helped shape this rich tradition of excellence here at Cal. And this morning we celebrate them. Athletics is more than just a competition. It is perseverance, it's teamwork, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. And our inductees embody these values in every way. Today, we celebrate a swimmer whose speed in the water set records and earned an All-American honors across multiple events. We recognize a cross-country and track standout who not only conquered his races, but also excelled academically, proving that champions perform both on the course and in the classroom. We honor a golfer whose consistency and dominance led to the PSAC championship and a legacy of excellence. A soccer forward who found the back of the net with precision, who rewrote record books, and became one of the most decorated players in program history. A baseball infielder who rewrote the record books in his bat and his leadership. We celebrate a women's soccer star whose offensive firepower helped lead her to championships and NCAA tournament success. A basketball player whose scoring prowess made him one of the best to ever wear our jersey. And a coach whose leadership built a championship caliber women's golf program from the ground up, shaping the future of countless student athletes. Each of these individuals represents the best of California athletics. They've inspired teammates, brought pride to our university, and show us all what it means to push beyond limits. Their legacies will forever be part of our history. We also have the privilege of presenting the Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement, an honor named after Michael Duda, a dedicated educator and former president of California State Teachers College, whose passion for athletics and education shaped our institution's early years. This award recognizes outstanding success in the field of athletics, and this year's recipient is truly deserving. To our inductees, our honorees, we celebrate your achievements, your dedication, and your lasting impact you have made. To the families, coaches, supporters, thank you for being part of their journey. Your encouragement and belief in them helped pave the way for the success we honor today. Congratulations to our newest Hall of Fame members. I just want to take a second also and say something to the kids who are here, who may look at their parents and think, you really did that a long time ago? You ought to ask them the stories. Ask them what it was like to be here as a student athlete. Ask them what it was like to compete in the field, to learn in the classroom, connect with friends, and make lifelong relationships. Because kids, we want you here. When you get a chance to pick a university to study at when you finish your high school experience, make sure Cal's on your short list, because this is a place you will live and you will remember. So congratulations to all our newest Hall of Famers. You have set the bar high, and your legacy will continue to inspire generations of student athletes to come. Thanks to all of you for being here with us today, and I hope you get a chance to walk around campus despite the rain and look at the beautiful place we have here and remember the time when you had the chance to walk this place as a student or a coach. So thanks to all of you, and go Volcans.
All right, so before we begin recognizing the 2025 class, I wanted to take a moment to thank both Gary Smith, who's on the camera here, and Matt Kiefer to my left on their work for the video presentations. I know that you will absolutely love them. Our Hall of Fame committee, thank you for all of your work in selecting our class, our university advancement and athletic staffs for their work on this event, and to all of you for making this celebration special for our honorees by spending the day with us. So let's introduce our first inductee, Aaron Denzio. As a freshman, Aaron registered a top 10 finish in the PSAC Cross Country Championships. He continued to excel as a sophomore as he earned All-America honors at the NCAA National Championships. In 2013, he received All-America status in the 5,000 meters in both the indoor and outdoor track and field seasons, when he placed 7th in the nation in indoors and 5th in the nation in outdoors. That fall, he advanced to the NCAA National Championships for the second time in his cross-country career, and he finished 5th nationally. In the spring of 2014, he was named the PSAC Outdoor Track and Field Athlete of the Year after winning PSAC titles in both the 5K and 10K. In addition, he set the PSAC all-time record for the 10K. At the NCAA Championships, he placed 3rd in the 10K and 5th in the 5K 2 days later. In the fall of 2014, Aaron won the individual title at both the PSAC Championships and the NCAA Regional Championships in cross country. He was named the PSAC Athlete of the Year and the USTFCCCA Regional Athlete of the Year. He placed 2nd in the country at the NCAA National Championships in Louisville. Academically, he was voted a CSC First Team Academic All-American 3 times and was also selected the 2015 CSC Academic All-American of the Year for men's cross country and track and field. Denzio earned his bachelor's degree in anthropology with a minor in archaeology in 2015. Please direct your attention to the screen as we meet Aaron Denzio.
I feel very honored to be inducted. I loved going to Cal, and I poured a lot into my time at Cal. Coach Caulfield called me, and we talk pretty regularly, and so the conversation was very casual for a period of time. And then as he was getting off the phone, he was like, "Hey, I need you to block off April 4th, 5th on your calendar if you can." And I was like, "What for?" I was like, "Early bird meet? I can come back for the early bird meet." And then he was like, "No, you're going to the Hall of Fame." And I was like, "Get out of here." Pretty much all of 2013 and into 2014 for me, which was just special. The personnel on the team, the people that I ran with, Jamie Berkwitt, Morgan Hugel, Nick Pezza, Abel Robinault, Steven Stoffel, on the men's team for cross, and track and field, Alex Eaton and Chris Avampato and Andy Tuzico and some others. And it was just a really fun cast of characters, and people were we had a lot of positivity in that time where it made competing easy. Start with Mom. She raised me. She gets the lion's share of the gratitude from me. My dad and my stepdad, my brothers and my sister, my high school coaches, Chris Zink, Erica Turner, Jason McGarren, for the way that they nurtured me and kind of helped me find my love for the sport and showed me what discipline looked like, and showed me how to work hard and how I could get better at it and continue to be optimistic and improve. And then I'd like to thank Coach Caulfield specifically, for this kind of wild ride, this what seemed like a fantasy that he sold me and became a reality, and it was a beautiful time. So Coach Dan Caulfield and Coach Jackie Pace and Charlie Caulfield, Bobby Peasy, I have the utmost respect and gratitude for Bobby, and then people like yourself for following me for so long, and thank you, and Carolyn Tard and Karen Herpy, and just the whole athletics department. The whole time that I had a cow was just really fun, and I enjoyed every moment of it. And my professors, Cassandra Kuba, Dr. Nass, I want to thank them, and then my teammates, who, without, it takes a village for anyone to succeed, and I had really great friends.
Now I'd like to call Denzio forward to receive his award, and in addition, we would like to call longtime Cal cross country and track and field coach Dan Caulfield up as well. You're going to stand between them for a picture real quick. Here, slide back over.
Gotcha.
You can put that down if you'd like, or hold it. It's up to you. So we have a question for Aaron. During your career, you won multiple titles in both cross country and track and field, and advanced to the NCAA championship in each of those sports. What is your most memorable moment from those championships?
Well, first off, thank you all for having me here. It's just great to be back. I'll just kind of carry on from what my video said a little bit. There were like a lot of dreams that I had when I came here, and they weren't real yet. I would say 2011, they started to really become real and tangible. And the first NCAA championship that I made for cross country was metaphorically maybe the most difficult, and physically maybe the most difficult. In my mind, it loomed so large in my head. It was this goal I didn't think I was maybe capable of doing it, making it. And then on top of making it, finishing high enough to be an All-American in that championship. And then lo and behold, we get out to Spokane, Washington, and it's going to be 20 degrees and a blizzard on race day. And so the fight through that 10,000 meters on that course with that competition, which is maybe one of the wildest races in D2 in some time, was a barrier in my mind that I was able to overcome, that allowed, kind of set the stage for the rest of the things I was able to do here. It proved to me that many things were possible if you could stay disciplined enough and you could pour your heart and your soul into something and do it well and give support back to the people that helped you get there. That was a dream come true moment, and that's when I knew Coach wasn't lying to me. He wasn't just selling me on dreams. They could be real. So I would say that moment.
Thank you. Our next inductee, let me move a different microphone. Our next inductee from the 2025 class is Maria Lopez, women's golf. Maria was a standout golfer from 2009 to 2013. In her freshman year, she led the team with a scoring average of 78.6 strokes over 12 events and was named the PSAC Freshman of the Year. That spring, Lopez placed third overall at the NCAA Regional Championships. Maria captured the individual PSAC championship title in 2012 with a 6-over. Lopez closed her collegiate career with 6 top 5 finishes and was voted 2013 PSAC Golfer of the Year behind a career best scoring average of 78 strokes. She also posted a top 10 finish at the NCAA Regional Championships for the 3rd time in her career. Maria earned a bachelor's degree in business administration with dual concentrations in marketing and management in 2013. Let's meet Maria Lopez.
To get the email from Karen saying that I was going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. So, overall just grateful and really just happy to see that everything I put within those 4 years at Cal is being celebrated in some way. The 4 national championships. So we were very lucky to have gone to the national championships my 4 years. And my favorite one was the one in Kentucky, my junior year, because it was the Division II festival that year. So I think the festival happens every 4 years, or at least it did at that point. And having all spring sports in one location just really felt like we were in some way like celebrities. First, my parents, they supported me throughout my 13 years of golf in Colombia. Took me to early morning tee times because back home they like to start teeing off at 6 a.m. So just for all the support. My brother as well, he #1 fan, also came along to most tournaments. My grandparents on both sides, mom and dad, were very supportive as well, always asking how I was doing. My golf friends back home, who many of them also came to the States on a golf scholarship. Definitely Coach Gibbs for the opportunity to be part of her team, be part of Cal athletics. Huge part of my development as a college golfer, student athlete overall, and just person. My teammates, Diane Luke and Inez Del Rosario, really close friends that still keep in touch with once in a while, but I don't think I could have done the 4 years there without them. Kathy, Maureen, Melissa, Rachie, Kim, my now husband Mike, who was my boyfriend at the time. I know Coach Gibbs jokes that the year I started dating him, which would have been my sophomore year, I think. Yeah, sophomore year. My golf game maybe took a little bit of a turn, hopefully not a huge one. His parents as well, my in-laws now, were able to join me in some tournaments as well. Like the team at Cal, just everyone over there, right? I know, Matt, you've been there since I was there. I know you were out there taking some pictures as well when we were practicing. Karen, who at the time wasn't the athletic director, but was always very supportive. Miss Tard, oh God, how can you not mention her as a student athlete, right? Just so many people over there at Cal as well for giving us the opportunity to represent the school, to be student athletes and fulfill one of our dreams.
We would now like to call Hall of Fame inductee Maria Lopez forward to receive her award from Dr. Anderson. And we would also like to call her college coach, Mary Lynn Gibbs, forward as well. Okay, we have a question for Maria. You were part of a dynasty in your time with the women's golf team here, multiple PSAC championships and your own individual title as well. How did your success and experiences as a student athlete at California help you once you graduated?
So a little bit different than Aaron. I did write it down because, as any mom would know, we have mom brain, so I'll forget everything. One second. Oh, yeah, that might be better. Thank you. All right. So first, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to the Cal U Hall of Fame Selection Committee for this incredible honor, and congratulations to my fellow inductees. Before I go any further, I want to take a moment to thank some of the people that made this journey possible. Coach Gibbs, your guidance and belief in me were instrumental. To my teammates, who are spread all over the world, thank you for the amazing memories. To my mom, dad, brother, and the rest of my family, without your love and support, none of this would have been possible. And then to my husband, Mike, Cal U will always hold a special place in our hearts, as it's where we met. I thank the stars for aligning and placing us here back in the fall of 2009. We now get to show Luca where mom and dad met. Golf has been a constant in my life since I was 5, and I genuinely think it's the most rewarding sport. It instilled in me core values like work ethic, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and honesty. But more than that, it sharpened my critical thinking and creative problem-solving skills, essential, as any golfer knows, for navigating a golf course. My experience as a student athlete at Cal, particularly as part of our women's golf team, took these lessons to a whole new level. The team's multiple PSAC championships, my own individual title, and 4 appearances to the NCAA Division II National Championships were a testament to the power of collective effort and individual contribution. Cal didn't just reinforce these lessons, it translated them into real-world skills that have sharpened my life since graduation. Being a member of the women's golf team taught me the profound impact of collaboration. Being a part of a team, striving for a common goal, and understanding the vital role each individual plays, that's been the biggest driver in both my personal and professional life. It's about recognizing that success is rarely a solo endeavor. Just as we work together to achieve those championships, I've found that teamwork and a shared vision are crucial for navigating any challenge, whether it's in a work meeting or within my own relationships like parenting. My time as part of the Cal U women's golf team equipped me not just with golf skills, but with life skills that continue to serve me every day. Like the great Bobby Jones said, golf is the closest game to the game we call life. You get bad breaks from good shots, you get good breaks from bad shots, but you have to play the ball where it lies. Thank you.
Our next inductee for the 2025 class is Mike Lukey from men's soccer. Mike was a dominant forward for the men's soccer team from 2006 to 2009. In his first season with the Vulcans, he scored 5 goals and 12 points while starting just 3 games. In his sophomore year, he scored 16 goals, ranked 3rd in the league with 33 points, and received all PSAC second-team honors. In his junior year, Lukey tallied 18 points and 18 goals on 48 points. During the playoffs that year, Mike scored a goal and 2 assists in the semifinals. Cal won the PSAC championship that year and advanced to the NCAA tournament. As a senior, Mike scored 13 goals and finished with 32 points to repeat as an all-PSAC first-team honoree. Mike completed his bachelor's degree in general education in 2011. Let's hear from Mike Lukey.
Well, naturally, it's an honor to be a part of it, to be nominated, and I was pretty excited when I heard it. My coach called me, Coach Lasky, so it was great to hear from him as well, and then to hear the news, it was an honor, pretty exciting. Well, it was kind of funny. My high school coach at the time, I highly respected him. We actually won the championship, the lone championship at high school as well. He attended Cal and played under Lasky And he had informed me, he said, Lasky, I think would be a really good fit for you and understand you as a person and a player, both on and off the field. So I went out for a visit. It was actually one of the last schools I went to visit, and met some of the guys, played with them a bit, just kicked around and got along with them. So it was a good trip overall. I liked the dorms, so that was a plus as well. And the team itself had a good record going into it. And naturally, I like to win, so I ended up going to Cal. Winning the 2008 championship, that was the best part overall. But as far as a particular memory, I do have one. I think it was 2007. We had 2 away games. It was against East Stroudsburg and New Haven up in Connecticut. So it was a long road trip, and we beat East Stroudsburg, we were supposed to lose. They were so good at the time, but we beat them. We went up to Connecticut. We beat New Haven, beat them up there. So that was great as well. And then a funny part of the trip, I had asked my parents to bring my guitar to meet me at the bus and bring my guitar. And on the ride home, because it was such a long bus trip, I wrote a song trying to include every player on the team, and then I got to sing it over the loudspeaker on the bus. And we still have that song to this day, just called the Soccer Song. So that was a lot of fun. As far as the 2008 team, it's because we were a team on and off the field. You learn about a lot of teams that have cliques, and they're only a team on the field. That team was a special team that year. We were friends on and off the field. We were tight-knit. We were close. We were like family. And I honestly think that carried us through to win the PSAC championship. We were all just close on and off the field, and I think that helps. Obviously, I'd like to thank all my friends, family, anyone who has supported me throughout the years, since I was a little toddler, playing the game. My teammates, naturally, without whom I would not be here. Obviously, Coach Lasky, he was a good coach on and off the field. I think taught me to be a better player and person, both on and off the field. Coach Emedine, who was always supportive. Most of all, my parents. My dad, who somehow, running his own business, still found time to come to pretty much every soccer game I've ever played. I can't really remember that he has missed. My mother, for always taking me to get the supplies needed, whether it be shin guards, cleats, anything I needed. She took me. She didn't know what was going on, but she did take me to go get it. So they've been supportive throughout my entire career.
We would now like to call Hall of Fame inductee Mike Lukey forward to receive the award. We also like to call 2021 Athletic Hall of Fame inductee and former head coach Dennis Lasky forward for this presentation with Dr. Anderson. So question here from Mike. In 2008, the team captured the first PSAC championship in program history with a 3-2 win over Millersville, overcoming a pair of deficits in the contest against nationally ranked Marauders. What's so special about that team and the championship that you'd like to share with us at this time?
Well, pretty much I answered my own, what I was going to say in the video there. So, I'm just kidding. All right. But seriously, that year was a special year. We were a team on and off the field. I made friends, well, friendships to this day. We're still friends, but there were no cliques. We all got along on and off the field. If there was a party, everyone was there. No one was left out. We had skillful players, but I honestly think it was the relationships we built that made that team as strong as we were that year. And I'm going to keep it brief. That's really all I have to say about it. We were a good team, but we were better friends, I would say. So it made us a better team overall. It was a great year, special, and it'll always live in my memory. So it was a great, great year. And thank you to everyone for coming out. Appreciate it.
Our next inductee is Carly Work from women's soccer. In her freshman year, Carly was instrumental in helping the Vulcans qualify for the postseason with 17 points on 6 goals and 5 assists during that season. Though she missed the last 5 games that season due to injury, the Vulcans advanced to the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. In her sophomore year, Carly ranked 3rd on the team with 16 goals on 6 goals and 4 assists. She dominated the sport in her junior year when she scored 19 goals and 44 points to rank among the top 5 in the PSA in the Division II in both categories. She was named the consensus first-team All-American, the PSAC Athlete of the Year, and D2CCA Atlantic Region Player of the Year. The Vulcans won the PSAC championship, and Carly was chosen the PSAC tournament MVP. The Vulcans won the regional title that year before suffering their only loss in the national quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. Though she suffered an injury before her senior year, Carly helped the Vulcans advance to the finals of the PSAC tournament for a 3rd straight season. Carly earned her bachelor's degree in sport management in 2013. Let's hear from Carly Work.
I was extremely ecstatic to receive a phone call from Coach Alvine telling me I was selected in the Cow's Hall of Fame. It's an extraordinary honor to be recognized, and I'm very humbled to have been chosen. My favorite memory as a college player was winning PSACs in 2011 against Kutztown at home and being the first to do it in school history. That was a memorable moment for us. Then going all the way to the Elite Eight in the NCAA tournament in Albany, New York. We worked so hard as a team to get there that year. And that final game against St. Rose in the quarterfinals, that was our first loss in a 30-game winning streak. So losing 1-0 was the toughest loss because we were so close to being in the Final Four. So that season, 2011, is such an incredible memory with a great group of girls that will stay with us forever. I played cup soccer with Reagan Morrow. She was a year older than me, and she was already a freshman at Cal. And, you know, I know she made the comment about, oh, you should come look at Cal, you know, so that's what I did. You know, my parents and I, we scheduled a visit with Al. And, you know, I really loved the campus and the atmosphere, and, you know, it was close to home for us. For me. So I'm very grateful that Al took a chance on me to have a turf field of our own, you know, with our own locker room. And, you know, that was awesome for us. You know, I remember, I think it was preseason where we were able to go visit the stadium, and, you know, it was incredible. I still like playing on grass field though. I first would like to thank Cal for this tremendous honor in selecting me for the Hall of Fame. I would like to thank Coach Alvine for being a fantastic coach and for believing in me and my abilities. I would like to thank my teammates who all played a part in our success. I couldn't have achieved this honor without them. I have forever friendships. I would like to thank both my parents and my sister for being a reliable source of strength and encouragement. The love, support, and dedication, and the fact that they were always there every game throughout my career played a significant role in my success. I would like to thank my husband, Chuck, for making Cal U unforgettable beyond soccer. And lastly, again, a shout out to Cal U for it being the best 4 years of my life.
We would now like to invite Hall of Fame inductee Carly Work forward to receive her award. In addition, could current head coach Pete Curtis please also come up for the presentation with Dr. Anderson. So Carly, in your junior year, you began playing at the new Phillipsburg Field. You won the PSAC championship, named MVP, advanced to the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament, and was the first team All-American. If you had to pick one of your favorite memories from that season, what would it be? I know it's a difficult one.
Well, I first want to say, thank you to Cal U for this tremendous honor. I want to thank my family for being here, and my two best friends. Thank you guys for coming. My my favorite memory that year was winning the PSAC championship and being the first to do it in school history for women's soccer, and going all the way to the Elite Eight in the NCAA tournament in Albany. We worked so hard as a team that year, and it was just a blast. Traveling to every single game, and staying at the hotels, and having team dinners. I played with a great group of girls, and I had also 2 amazing coaches, and just the best teammates ever, and great memories that will last me forever.
Our next inductee is the late Cliff Mitchell from men's basketball. Cliff was a standout player for the Vulcans from 1982 to 1986. In his sophomore year, he averaged 12.5 points per game and helped the Vulcans finish with a 19-10 overall record. As a junior, Mitchell scored a career-high 583 points and averaged 19.4 points per game, which was second best on the team. He and fellow Athletic Hall of Famer Michael Wilson combined to total over 1,100 points that season. As a senior, Mitchell led the team with 18.9 points per game while shooting over 48% from the floor. He ranked 6th all-time in school history with 1,662 points while averaging over 15 points per game in 108 appearances. He earned all PSAC West first-team honors 3 times, a feat only accomplished once since that time, and helped the Vulcans capture the 1985 PSAC championship. Cliff Mitchell passed away in 2016 at the age of 52. Let's hear from Cliff Mitchell's family.
We was excited, we was all happy, it was something that we all wanted for him, and he wanted it too before he passed. But we was really excited. He meant a lot, and his basketball career was special to us, so it meant a whole lot to the family. We definitely appreciate it. His 19 points to the average was pretty impressive, being a small guard. So it was that and the winning the championship in the three first team all team, the PSAC West, the first 3 all teams. That was great. And he was a tough-nosed point guard. He even when I was little, he reminded me a lot of Isaiah Thomas, because he had great handle, and he could shoot. He could really shoot, and he was tough on defense. Like I said, to be a small guy in stature, he was just a tough, hard-nosed player. I know just he loved his teammates. He liked his teammates. He liked Cal State, because being from Morgantown, it wasn't too far off, and he was still close to the home. But he just the joy that he had being around his teammates, and even when I was little and seeing it, the few games that we did go to, he just loved to be around his teammates, and his teammates loved him. And he was just a great guy to have as a teammate. Yeah. And my grandfather, God rest his soul, he used to travel to every game from Morgantown to Uncle Cliff's games, because I was little, but he would travel to almost every game. It was a big deal, and he was pretty big in town, because not a lot of people in our side of town went to college places, and for him to go and to be a star, he was like a legend back home in Morgantown. Well, I know he went into child work. He worked with children, because when I would come from Morgantown, I would go visit, because he lived in Pittsburgh, so I would take the bus and go visit him, and he would teach me ball. We would definitely play ball, but he worked with children who had problems like child psychology. So he worked for that for a long time, and he loved to cook. So he was that, and he was a cook. Yeah, we definitely want to send a special thank you to the Cal State University, the program, for just acknowledging him, period. It was really big, really important for us, for him to be acknowledged for his greatness. And definitely thank Coach Loomis, because he did mention how, he was a good coach back then. It was a good, tough coach, and he was good on him, and he was really good for him. So we just want to thank everybody for all the love and support. He would definitely appreciate it if he was here.
We would now like to invite Jeff Mitchell, nephew of the late Cliff Mitchell, up to receive the award. So, question for you, Jeff. Cliff was not only a standout athlete here at Cal, but after graduation, he became an avid cook, and obviously we worked as a social worker. He was proud of his accomplishments here at the university. Can you tell us one of your favorite memories from him playing basketball here next door at Hamer Hall?
So like I said, I was young, like 6 or 7 when we would come up here, but it's just winning the championship, and for him being a smaller point guard, the 3 all-first teams, and just he loved to win. He loved to win, so that championship was really big for him, and it was big. And thank you guys again on behalf of my family for inducting him into the Hall of Fame. It was really, really important to our family.
Our next inductee is Mary Lynn Gibbs, women's golf coach. Mary Lynn was the initial women's golf coach and served as head coach from 2005 to 2016. In 2007, the PSAC championships at the time were a combined sport for men and women at the championships, and our women's team finished second. And I think after that, Mary Lynn, they changed it. So in the following year, in 2008, there were separate PSAC championships for men and women. But the team not only won the women's championship, but 2 players, Hall of Fame inductees Simone De Sousa and Diane Luke, advanced to the NCAA National Championships that year. In 2009, the team won the PSAC championship, and for the first time, the Vulcans advanced to the NCAA National Championships. Under Mary Lynn, the Vulcans featured over 30 all-PSAC selections, boasted the PSAC Athlete of the Year 7 times, and featured 4 PSAC Freshman of the Year recipients. She was named PSAC Coach of the Year 4 times, and 4 golfers captured the individual title at the PSAC Championship between 2008 and 2012. Let's hear from Mary Lynn Gibbs.
Really, it's an honor. I wasn't expecting to get in the ranks of Coach Darcy and Coach Bertinoli that have made it to the NCAA Nationals. So just really excited and slightly surprised. I mean, starting the program from scratch, building it up to attending 7 national events as a coach. I mean, I walked into my first interview at Cal U with a business plan, believing that we could become a top 25 program in the nation, and we became a top 12 program in 2 years. So, I mean, I think any coach who kind of sets an expectation and then goes beyond it, it's really exciting and fun. Specific memories, I think the first time we made it to nationals as a team was just absolutely huge. That was something we had been working on for about 4 years. We played our regionals in Drury in Branson, Missouri, and just the excitement of walking off the 18th hole knowing we made it was absolutely amazing. What brought me to the game of the golf is my dad owned a municipal par 3 golf course right next to the airport in Boise, Idaho. And I grew up on a golf course, literally. I was the youngest of 6, and my siblings were the workers on the golf course as well as the maintenance crew. And I just got taken along for the ride as a little girl. So I grew up around golf. That's what started me. I'm really happy that Marie and I are coming in together. I think that will be really special to see her family and my family all sitting next to each other and being honored for what we've done. Well, first of all, the people that inducted me into the Hall of Fame, I am sure that Karen Herpy had something to do with that. So thank you, Karen. And then the 2 people that really hired me and believed in me, that'd be Dr. Amenti and Dr. Pucci. Gave me the resources to build my program the way that I wanted to and how I envisioned it. They gave me that ability. And finally, all of the players that I got to coach for so many years, they gave me 100%, every single practice, every single event. And that's how we succeeded.
We would now like to invite Hall of Fame inductee Coach Mary Lynn Gibbs forward to receive her award. You were named the head coach of a brand new program at the university, and you built the women's program into a powerhouse very quickly. Thinking back, what strategies did you implement that contributed to that success?
Yeah, I mean, just like everyone, I want to start with thanking all of you for coming. Thank you, Karen. Like I said, I know she had something to do with this. So, and my family, my husband and my daughter, my good friends Joe and Dan, and my sister who came all the way from Rockford, Illinois to be here, so thank you. You know, I talked about it in the video, but really I think the key to success was I came in with a plan. I literally wrote a business plan of how we were going to make a top 25 program in the region I wanted 5 years. The goal was 5 years. And I knew exactly what the scores had to be. I knew what tournaments we had to play. I knew who we needed to beat. And I was given resources to do it. I had great support systems. I came in with Dr. Armeni and Dr. Pucci, who basically gave me license to do whatever I wanted. I got lucky with a couple of really good recruits at the beginning, but I think the power of really having a vision and presenting that vision in a recruiting aspect is why we were successful, because every one of the players we were able to bring into the team wanted the same thing. We all wanted to go as big as we could. And to have that together and continue to progress towards it, I said in the video, my team every day showed up. We knew exactly what we needed to do in practice. We knew who we needed to beat, and we were all in it together. And that's really how we created greatness.
We had two inductees that could not be with us today. Esther Bosch, women's swimming, who is in Spain right now, and Matt Peters, baseball, who is finishing his degree, master's degree.
Yes, so I felt super honored and excited to be part of this Hall of Fame. So I appreciated thinking of me after all these years, because I think it's been like over 10 years ago. So thank you for that. I feel very honored. But I remember always having a great time from start to finish. We had a lot of laughs, we supported each other all times, and I remember the atmosphere being fantastic at all meetings. So that's what I remember the most, really. So being recruited to CALU was actually a dream come true, because as an international athlete, the process was always very exciting, but overwhelming at times. I remember talking to Ed and feeling an immediate connection. I remember that he truly cared about my academic and my athletics and academic goals, always since the very beginning during the recruitment process. And Ed was extremely supportive at all times. So I appreciate that process with him. And yeah, so basically the decision was made super easy, and it wasn't just about the swimming, but it was being part of something bigger than swimming, right? Being part of an international school, going abroad, being a part of a team, being part of a different world than what I was in. I guess my favorite individual event was the 200 freestyle. It was always my favorite because it's such a strategic race. It's a balance of speed, endurance, and mental toughness. And I love the challenge of pacing it just right and then leaving it all the full during the final stretch. And I guess that was the perfect mix of a physical and a strategic racing. And I loved it always. It was good when you kind of like had a good race and like, okay, I really did a good job today. Of course, there are so many people that I would like to thank. I would say my parents for encouraging me to move abroad, not only for swimming, but for the international experience. And also my coach, Ed, for believing in me, even when I doubted myself. All my teammates for sure, who became my swimming family, and friends that I made, and the mentors that always cheered for me, even professors who actually took their time in me, like, okay, no worries, we can take this test another time, go for that meet or crack on the NSSA. So yeah, and then I can include some names as well. So of course, Ed, April, Melissa. Who else is there? It's been so many years, but I would say the whole school as well, CalU, for believing in me, for giving me the opportunity to join their program.
I was grateful for sure. Cal has a long tradition of great athletics, and a lot of great athletes have came through Cal. And I was honored to be a part of that tradition and grateful to be recognized for the success I had. One thing I remember though is my very first game. We were down in North Carolina. I think it was versus Mars Hill. First ball ever hit to me in my college career, ended up making an error. And right when I got back into the dugout, the support that I got from my team and Coach Conti, that really helped me to relax and kind of just play my game. And that just, that drove it home that I was in the right spot and with a good group of players. The thing that brought me here was really Coach Conti. I love the campus and I also love the stadium. That whole process started with me sending a video of me playing to Coach Conti, and from there kind of set up a time for me to come visit, and that's when I really fell in love with everything. So growing up, really no matter what sport I played, I was always watching the pros and trying to copy everything they did. And I'd say the players that were my idols growing up were definitely Derek Jeter, Chase Utley, and Jimmy Rollins. Yeah, and I just strive to play like them, be a difference maker on the field, and play as hard as they did. When I look on that list and just going through all the records, there's so many good players that have come through Cal. So it always kind of surprised me that when I look at it and see my name up there. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the work that I put in, and I'm proud that it's still there. I think our team as a whole, we were always there for each other, trying to pick each other up. So whenever I wasn't out there or I wasn't feeling my best, not going out there would just feel like I was letting my team down. So that's always something that I made a point to try and do. Well, I have two Little League coaches that played a big part in getting me to where I am. That was Coach DeJohn and Coach McCready. But here, I got to thank Coach Conti, though, because he was the guy that gave me the chance and the opportunity to play here. And he's been a mentor for me up until this point, really. And the last group of people was my teammates. You know, they made it enjoyable. They were fun to play with. I got to play with some great athletes, and I'm thankful for that.
The videos of all the honorees will be shared on our Cal Vulcans YouTube page in the coming days so that you can share those with your family and friends. Before we get to the Michael Duda Award recipient, I would like to begin by recognizing the former Hall of Fame inductees with us today and ask them to stand and be recognized at this time. Dennis, Easter, Les. So we have Les Baco's Hall of Fame class of 2019, Dennis Lasky, and Amanda Del Greco from the Hall of Fame class of 2021. So the Michael Duda Award is given to a member of the university family for outstanding success in the field of athletics. Named in honor of Michael Duda, an educator who had an avid interest in athletics and served as president of California State Teachers College from 1956 until his death in 1968. This year's recipient is Chelsea Pryor Burke. Chelsea played golf collegiately at the University of Kansas, where she earned her degree in communication studies. She completed her master's degree from California in sport management and began her career as the athletic business manager at William & Mary. She returned to the Vulcans and worked as the athletic business manager for the athletic program, and opportunities led her to leave us, sadly, and led her to VCU as the Department of Accounting Program Coordinator for the School of Business, and from there to William & Mary, where she served 9 years as the Deputy Athletic Director. From the Tribe, she went to the Atlantic 10 Conference as the Assistant Commissioner and Chief Financial Officer, and currently she is the Deputy Athletic Director of Internal Operations at Delaware. Let's hear from Chelsea Pryor Burke.
I was in total shock. I was sitting in a meeting, and obviously, like, I take my computer with me everywhere. It's like my other, like, appendage. And it showed up, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I immediately, usually when things like that happen, like, I immediately texted my husband, Jason, and he started, like, feverishly looking up, you know, all the other people that had gotten this award. And I'm so grateful and so humbled. I mean, to share this with, like, Coach Shaka Smart and Coach John Luckhart, like, people in this profession that I look up to. I want to thank my husband Jason and my son Ronan. Without them, this wouldn't be as enjoyable. This experience would be as enjoyable. I was thinking about this question today, and Jason's literally been there with me since, like, my very first job at William & Mary. And from that point, he's been so supportive of me this entire time, and has pushed me sometimes at my being begrudging, like, please stop. But I have so appreciated that from him, that no matter what I was doing, he was there for me. He was supportive of me. And I want to thank my parents, and I'm so sad that my dad isn't going to be here to experience this and see this. He loved Cal. You know, I think between my whole family, we have 6 degrees from Cal PA. You know, I have one, my husband has one, both my parents had 2. My dad had an honorary doctorate bestowed upon him at Cal. Like, this is just such a special place and so meaningful for my family. I want to thank my college golf coach, Erin O'Neill, because she did a ton for me, just working through things, providing me with advice. It was more than just, like, being my golf coach. I can't say enough about Karen and what she has done for me. I mean, she was the first female AD that I had exposure to. And so I think at a time where, which is really funny since I have the SWA title now, where I thought that was probably where my career was going to end up, like, that was going to be the end all be all for me, being able to see a female step into that role and be an athletic director and have that responsibility and do it really well. Samantha Hughey, so my AD at William & Mary, who, again, without her, I don't think I could have grown.
We would now like to invite Chelsea up to receive the Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement. All right, Chelsea, your career really took off after you left California, as you served in multiple roles as Deputy Athletic Director. Tell us how your experiences early in your career at California and then your subsequent roles prepared you for each next step in your career.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations to all of the inductees. It's really amazing to be here with all of you. Many of you were student athletes when I was here at Cal, so this was really special for me. The thing that was most important to me about working at Cal PA was the experience and the attitude that I think our staff kind of brought to everything. From an experience standpoint, at a Division II institution, your staff is really, really small, and so the opportunities that you have to do so many things that people at some of the bigger institutions don't get a chance to do until much later in their career really, really helped me. Having the responsibility of managing the EADA and the NCAA financial report, I know actually is one of the big reasons why William & Mary brought me back, because a lot of the people I was competing against when I was taking that assistant AD role, they didn't have that type of experience. And when William & Mary said, well, we want you to take on ticketing, I wasn't super nervous because I had done it. I had managed game day ticketing at Cal, and so I'm so grateful to Karen for all of the opportunities and all of the things that she exposed me to and she let me have a part in and have a hand in, because it really, really helped me in the rest of my career. And I think from an attitude perspective, I say this as I'm building my teams, I don't want anybody to have the words "that's not my job" as part of their vocabulary, because I think working at a Division II institution, you can't feel that way. You're a team, you're all doing it together. It's an incredibly tiny staff, and in order to get the job done and to get it done well, you have to be able to do everything from the most important job to like putting the chairs away. And so as I'm building my teams, I'm really focusing on that. I'm wanting to find people that have that type of attitude, because coming from this place, that's been really important to me, and I think has definitely gotten me to this position. So, Karen, thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations. So let's give one more round of applause for our 2025 Hall of Fame class and for our recipient of the Michael Duda Award for Athletic Achievement. The Hall of Fame has been active since our inaugural class in 1995, and we welcome our new inductees. If you would like to nominate someone for the Hall of Fame, you can nominate them via the calvulcans.com website. This has been a special day for us, and we are so thankful that you are here sharing in these memories with us. We are proud of your accomplishments. When you were here as student athletes, a coach, a colleague, and you've excelled in achieving your professional goals, and as alumni of California. You will always be a Vulcan, and this will always be your home. We invite you to walk through campus, as Dr. Anderson had said, the Natali Student Center, Hamer Hall, the weight room, and even your old practice fields or offices. Most of all, we invite you to take pictures, look at our Hall of Fame wall, which is in the lobby of the Convocation Center, and the Michael Duda wall in the lobby of the corridor of the Convocation Center as well. We have our All-American plaques in our Champions Corner, which we are beginning to put together. We welcome all of those visiting today to feel free to use the Vulcans backdrops that are available in the lobby for additional photos with family, friends, and former teammates and coaches. There are several events happening today, as we had talked about. AAU basketball is occurring in both Hamer Hall and the Convocation Center. Our Penn West Spring Open House is in the Natali Student Center. And we would have invited you to our baseball game at EQT Park in Washington, but unfortunately with the rain, we've delayed it for another day. We thank you for joining us today and invite you back in the future to our athletic events and to our campus. This concludes our Athletic Hall of Fame celebration. Again, thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful day at California and safe travels back home. Thank you.